5 attorneys representing the people shot by Osceola County deputies outside of a Kissimmee Target store say Sheriff Marcos Lopez is distorting facts of the case, alleging policing policy unnecessarily escalated their response, using his clients, as they say, guinea pigs for their own tactical training.
Well, we have live team coverage tonight. Our Asher Wildman is outside the Osceola County Sheriff's Office, where he questioned the sheriff earlier today. But first to Stephanie Bachara, who is live for us in Orlando, where the attorneys held their own news conference about an hour or so ago. Stephanie, what did he have to say?
Attorney Mark NeJame accusing Sheriff Marco Lopez, saying that he's not exactly detailing what happened and what led to the gunshots being fired. Now, during this press conference led by lawyer Mark NeJame and his team, they showed the surveillance video coming from Target that was released by the Osceola County Sheriff's Office just yesterday and went frame by frame explaining their side of how things went down. They say their clients accused of stealing Pokemon cards and pizza were not taken into custody after leaving the Target store. He alleges sheriff's deputies, who were just finishing up tactical training, waited until his clients were in their car, where they attempted a takedown that resulted in the death of Jaden Baez and his two other clients, Michael Gomez and Edwin Lowe, being shot. Yesterday, Sheriff Lopez shared deputy reports and affidavits from the incident. We dug through those. The reports are actually dated May 6, despite the shooting happening on April 27. Something Mark NeJame says just goes against policing standards.
Reports are supposed to be filed somewhat contemporaneous with the incident. Why? So there's not a chance of cover-up, collaboration, misrepresentation, or other things that are very questionable. That's standard police practice. All of these were filed on the same day at the same time. Where are the original reports? These are 11 days old that they gave you yesterday. Look at them. 11 days old, they got around to filing.
The report also says that the deputies identified themselves saying, "Stop, Sheriff's Office." But NeJame says his clients did not hear any of that. In the video, you can see one unmarked vehicle turn on their police lights about 5 seconds after the young man attempted to drive off. According to Lopez, Baez did have a gun on him where they pulled him off from the vehicle. No body-worn cameras were actually on the uniform or worn by any of the detectives or deputies on the scene, including the two deputies who fired their weapons, because Lopez says that they were just coming from that training. Now, Sheriff Marco Lopez turning over the investigation to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. We touched base with them. They tell us that at this point they are reviewing all the evidence and witnessing and actually asking and questioning possible witnesses to get more information, so they could not divulge any info on all of this. But we will continue to keep you guys updated. Live out here from Orlando, I'm Stephanie Bachara, Spectrum News 13.
Thank you, Stephanie. We continue our coverage from the Osceola County Sheriff's Office now. That is where we asked Sheriff Marcos Lopez about some of the questions being posed by attorney Mark NeJame.
Yeah, let's get over there where Spectrum News 13's Asher Wildman is picking up the story with that part of the questioning. And Asher, the sheriff, still not fielding questions about the shooting, though.
One thing is very clear, and that is that Sheriff Marcos Lopez continues not to answer why deputies did in fact fire on April 27th. He says, of course, he's waiting for the FDLE to conclude their investigation. But yesterday, following Sheriff Lopez's press conference, we were given a narrative about what happened. However, the beginning of the narrative is here as far as the suspects leaving Target, getting in the car. Then the end of the narrative is here about Jaden Baez getting shot, but nothing involved actually about the shooting. Also, we did ask why all these statements by his deputies were signed on the same day at the same time, May 6th, and unfortunately, Sheriff Lopez didn't want to answer our questions.
Sheriff Lopez, when it comes to this narrative report we got yesterday, there's great lengths about before and after. There's the complete omission about the shooting in here. It talks about you removing the body.
Weren't you here yesterday?
I was here yesterday, Sheriff. You can answer that. Also, your statements from your deputies are signed a full week after.
You know, you guys could probably, it seems like Mark NeJame has more answers than I do. You guys can ask him if you want. Okay? But we concluded that yesterday. Thank you. Y'all take care.
Can you answer my question on the body cam policy, Sheriff?
Now, I did get the chance to speak briefly with counsel for the Osceola County Sheriff's Office. They said that the reason why the actual shooting is not in the narrative is because FDLE is handling that part of the investigation, so that's why it's left out. I then also asked, well, why were all these statements signed by deputies on May 6th and as then the Target employees signed on May 8th? They said at this time there's no clear answer as to why that was done. Reporting live in Osceola County tonight, Asher Wildman, Spectrum News 13.
All right, Asher, thank you. And you know, we have been piecing the details of this case together for about 2 weeks now.
The shooting, it happened on Tuesday, April 27. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement took over the investigation that same night. 8 days later, lawyers for Baez's family announced their intent to file a lawsuit.
Now, the same day, Sheriff Lopez revealed his deputies were in the area performing training exercises. Today's update from the attorneys follows the release of more details and video from the scene that Lopez released last night. We know there was a lot to the story, a lot of layers, and we do have it laid out for you as the Spectrum News 13 team has been covering it since the very beginning. To read more details about the case, you can also see the surveillance video for yourself. Check out the Osceola County section of our website, mynews